Singaporeans have been increasing their volume of online transactions with both the government and private companies. It is essential to have a secure digital identity system to protect the integrity of these transactions. Our current digital identity system relies on SingPass with two-factor authentication. The next step is to develop a mobile software token-based authentication system. We will also remove the inconvenience of repeatedly entering the same data on multiple forms by expanding the MyInfo service for more digital services. This will take place in the first half of 2018. Beyond security and convenience, our larger goals include enhancing the efficiency of our enterprises and business processes. A fully functioning national identity system and e-payment platform will enable the delivery of more innovative services to a wider client base at a lower cost. For example, there will be less need for counter services and the processing of paper forms. The NDI will also create opportunities for new business models. To realize these outcomes, we need the public and private sectors to collaborate and to develop the appropriate industry standards. We have started consultations with several industry sectors and plan to conduct trials for value-added services with the participation of companies. These services include digital signatures and document vaults, and these will be developed in 2019. We are also exploring various forms of biometric technologies, such as facial recognition, to enhance the security for identification, authentication, and authorization. We are particularly interested in form factors that make it convenient for the elderly, the young, and the disabled to use and to benefit from the national digital identity. Our smart nation must serve all segments of the population.
Ms. Tin.
Thank you, Speaker. I have to declare that I'm from a relevant industry, from the fintech industry. I just want to ask a quick two questions. One is, with the increased applications of such as biometric elements, how will this affect the current public services as well as systems with the transition over? And secondly, may I ask whether some of the services or applications such as the PayNow will be open to the private players to build on as well, such as opening up the API. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank Ms. Tin for her questions. So with respect to the first issue about the transition into biometric systems, actually for any of the transitions, we are not aiming for nor planning a complete cut over. So whatever solutions and processes are in place, there'll be a gradual phase transition. There's likely to be, for any given platform, service, product, or process, a transition phase where there'll be multiple pathways. You should be able to use various ways to authenticate, various ways to verify identity. And you'll have that parallel process for some time. So it'll be a very phased transition. This will also allow us to make sure that whatever new solutions we put in place are robust, they are user-friendly, they're effective, and also update the technology over time. It also requires us to put in place some discipline about how we design our solutions to make sure there's significant interoperability among the standards, which feeds into the second question that Ms. Tin asked. The various systems, including PayNow, are designed to be interoperable, and we want that interoperability to extend into the private sector as far as possible. Private sector players would, of course, have to then comply with the various regulations that we impose. Effectively, it is in the private sector. The banks are private sector players, and they're riding upon PayNow. So we do expect and hope that more and more of our Smart Nation platforms will extend out from the public sector to the private sector.